We're walking the old city in Le Mans. This is just on the south side of the river from where we spent the night. La Grande Rue in Le Mans. Typical old village part of town.
Julius Caesar conquered Le Mans in about 50 BC. The Cathedral Saint-Julien was built between 1000 and 1200 AD. The first Le Mans race took place in 1906 on a 100-kilometer course. Today's course is about 14 kilometers long.
This Citroen went from Paris to Calcutta to Singapore, Saigon, Tokyo, and Hiroshima.
Granted, they don't all go that fast.
You want to give some commentary?
Yeah, we're now on part of the Le Mans course in the south-west corner of it. We're going in the opposite direction that the cars would be going. Those homes are on either side. Guardrails, as you can see, are on both sides. And we're heading south at a breakneck speed of 90 kilometers an hour. Cars will be going through here about God knows what speed.
It's a pretty sharp turn.
Indianapolis corner.
This is a very sharp turn. I think these might be the set of turns that Mario Andretti blew a tire on. Okay, we're about halfway between Le Mans and Chartres, going along the A11. And like so much of western and northern France, it's very gently rolling. Farming all over the place. Here, we haven't seen sunflowers today, I don't think.
No, we haven't.
But corn, hay, grain, probably still some vineyards. But considering the amount of land that's flattened at the farm, virtually all of it's being farmed in one form or another, and that's been kind of remarkable.
Here we are, eating and drinking again. Sharp.
What you see today at Chartres is a combination of various churches which have survived over time. Basically what you see is a church that was built during the 13th century, but there was allegedly churches here, Christian churches, dating back to about 400 AD. Chartres was also the first church, at least in this part of the world, to use flying buttresses. Stained glass, covering about 3,000 square yards, dates from the 12th and 13th century. It was painstakingly removed piece by piece during the Second World War. Chartres contains a relic, allegedly part of the Virgin Mary's tunic, seen here. We had about 3 days left to see the rest of Paris that we hadn't seen during our first week, and there was still lots to see.
Attention. Well, we're having our supper, consisting of some sparkling Vouvray. And what else are we having for supper there, Lynn?
We're having a potato salad, which is really good. It's got corn and European wieners in it. And we're having roast chicken and dill pickles and, of course, baguette and cheese.
And of course,
Vouvray.
sparkling Vouvray wine.
Versailles. It's really big.
Begun in 1661, Versailles employed between 30 and 40,000 workmen. Louis XIV wanted to make a chateau more opulent than anywhere else in the world. He seemed to have succeeded. Louis XIV couldn't trust his nobles, so he had them all come to Versailles where they were entertained beyond belief. An incredible amount of money was spent. In fact, Madame de Pompadour evidently spent as much money as a major war would have cost. No wonder there was a revolution. Evidently Napoleon stayed at Versailles, but he evidently wasn't very fond of it. Versailles was saved from the ravages of the Revolution by it being turned into a museum. On the mile-long Grand Canal that you can see in the distance, Louis XV, imagining he was in Venice, used to take gondola rides with his favorite mistress. Versailles takes up about 250 acres. At one time, there were about 1,400 fountains on the premises. During its height, during Louis XIV, it took 2,000 people working in the kitchens to feed the 3,000 people who usually live there.
Le ciel de Paris s'envole une chanson. Elle est née d'aujourd'hui dans le cœur d'un garçon. Le ciel de Paris marche des amours. Leur bonheur se construit sur un air fait pour eux. Sous le pont de Bercy, un philosophe assis, deux musiciens, quelques badauds, puis les gens par milliers.
We had a really nice lunch up by the Arc de Triomphe, and then we started walking around, just seeing what we could see.
So you've wondered about traffic in Paris, have you? Well, this is a rather unusual traffic jam, but not that uncommon. Rollerbladers.
Thousands of them. It was reported that during Ernest Hemingway's lean years here in the Jardin de Luxembourg, he would trap pigeons when the police weren't looking and then eat them.
This was a really lovely day at the Jardin de Luxembourg. Having mixed feelings, of course. So, one hand, looking forward to seeing Eric again. On the other hand, really, really sad, très triste to be leaving.
I fell asleep that night thinking about our trip. 5 weeks of traveling in Paris and France, being together for 25 years, and still enjoying one another's company. I thought, I'm a lucky guy. A lot of things have made our trip possible. Not only Jack Grasser's inheritance, but my dad, our son Eric, knowing we could leave him, and our good friends who helped out before we went and when we were gone.
Well, Lynn, it's 11 o'clock, August the 7th. We're about to leave our room. Your thoughts?
We took one last look around our room,
Yeah.
checked for things that we might have left,
And
took a longing last look out the
outside.
window to the streets of Paris,
into the Saint-Lazare.
and proceeded to drag our suitcases down into the street and walk the 4 or 5 blocks to the Opera Rosie bus station.
Follow me down to the place.
The Air Transat's terminal was a small one, and we had a few hours to spend. I thought of our honeymoon trip 25 years ago, and the similarities between that and this one. In the last 25 years we have changed, but not in our ability to have a good time together. It was easy enough looking back on the last 25 years. What would the future bring? Well, considering I figure I made the right decision 25 years ago, maybe the future isn't that hard to predict. Happy anniversary, Lynn.